Hello, good evening, everybody. Dr. Jerry here. It's Thursday, and I think it's about just past 8 o'clock. I'm here tonight to talk about a very interesting topic. Many people have asked me questions about alkaline water, acidic, and different people have different understanding. So tonight, I will try to give a complete picture of what you know, how it affects your health, how it affects the food that you eat, and how can you make sure that you stay healthy and understand the concept of alkaline and acidity in our body. Those of you who studied science or chemistry or physics will understand what is pH, but for normal people, when you measure something that is alkaline or acidic, we use a measurement called pH, which stands for potential of hydrogen. A pH value of 7.0 is considered neutral, and the scale starts from 0, which is maximum acidic, to 14, which is maximum alkaline. In school, we used to measure, using a piece of paper. It will change color, and the deeper blue will be alkaline, and the deeper red will be more acidic. You can also use a drop of liquid and see the color change in order to see what the pH value is. And of course, tonight, my focus will be more on the health aspects of alkalinity and acidity. First off, we all have to understand that when we are alive, our body needs to be in an alkaline state. Our blood is slightly alkaline. It ranges from 7.35 to 7.45. The perfect figure is 7.365. Now, the body will do a lot of things to maintain that tight control, because if you go outside this measurement, you will be dead. We do have some areas in our body that needs to be acidic for the body to function. For example, our stomach, when we are digesting food and all that, needs to be highly acidic in order to break down the food. Our skin, which exposes to the environment, needs to be slightly acidic, 5.5, in order to prevent infection. So the question we ask is, if the stomach acid is so acidic, 2.5, 3.5, wouldn't it burn through our stomach? Well, our body has a way of protecting acidic parts using something called the alkaline buffer. So it creates a protection layer over the parts, so it prevents it from being burned by the acid. If you remember my talk from before, it is very important to chew a lot so that your stomach gets the signal to form this protective alkaline buffer in order not to have ulcers, stomach pains, indigestion, gas, and things like that. It is also a well-known fact that most diseases, in fact, I would say all diseases, are acidic in nature. There is no known disease that can survive in an alkaline environment. Therefore, to stay healthy, we should be as close to the pH level of our blood, which is slightly alkaline. But unfortunately, a lot of our lifestyle, a lot of food that we eat are highly acidic. I will talk more about different foods that are alkaline and acidic later, but I want to explain the body process first, so you understand how it affects your health. I will talk more about different foods that are alkaline and acidic later, but I want to explain the body process first, so you understand how it affects your health. If your body continues to be acidic, you will suffer a disease known as acidosis, which is super acidic, and you will face all kinds of different diseases in your body. Now, of course, if you have over-alkaline, which seldom, I've never seen anybody that gets this, but it is also not healthy. We will have something called alkalosis, which is a super alkaline. Now, I mentioned that the body needs to be in an alkaline state to be living. So the body has numerous ways to make sure that we stay in an alkaline state. One of the ways is to make sure that there is a proper balance of minerals in our body, and that is the job of the kidney. What keeps us in an alkaline state are the minerals in our body, the minerals in the food we eat, the minerals in our bones, the minerals in our teeth, and the minerals in the food that we eat. So minerals like potassium, magnesium, calcium, and sodium, these are the main minerals that keeps our body in an alkaline state. We need these minerals in our body to stay healthy. But if we over-consume on certain minerals, that creates other problems. So what we need is a right balance, not excessive, but in moderate amounts. For example, we know that we consume too much sodium from salt, white salt, and from MSG and processed food, which uses a lot of salt. Now, in the past, we used to have more potassium, almost 10 to 1. 10 times potassium to 1 sodium. This is 20 years ago. But today, it is reversed. Due to processed food and too much salt, the ratio now is 3 times sodium to 1 time of potassium. And that is a sign of pretty bad health. And that is why we have all kinds of problems, including heart diseases, high blood pressure, kidney problems, and things like that. And another problem is we are lacking calcium and magnesium in most of our diet. So we are lacking potassium, calcium, magnesium, the good minerals that keep us alkaline. But on the other hand, we're eating a lot of sodium, especially processed salt is acid forming. Sodium by itself, like sodium bicarbonate, is alkaline. But once you take white salt, it becomes acid forming in your body. Now, because alkalinity is the basic status of our body, once you are in a good alkaline state, your body will absorb more nutrients. We'll be able to absorb the vitamins, we're able to have stronger bones, stronger muscle, and better control of all your immune system. How do you test for alkalinity and acidity? You can actually do it, but it's not that accurate. You can test it through your saliva, 1 hour before food and 2 hours after food. Or you can test your urine, especially your second urine in the morning. You can put the pH strip and then look at it whether you're acidic or slightly alkaline. It'll be good if you are slightly alkaline. Also bear in mind that processed foods, antibiotics, medication, artificial sweetener, preservatives, things like that are all very acidic for the body. Okay, now let me go into the topic of the actual food itself, the food that we eat that are alkaline and acidic. To make it more confusing, there are actually 4 categories. You got alkaline foods, you got acidic foods, but you also have alkaline forming foods and acid forming foods. Those alkaline and acid forming foods are disguised. For example, most of us think that something that is sour tends to be acidic. For example, lemons and lime. But actually, when you eat it as food, it is alkaline forming inside your body. What is important for health is what happens inside the body. So do not be fooled by what you taste, because if you do not understand the process, you would always think that sour means acidic, but it is not 100% true. Some things don't taste sour. For example, egg or chicken or meat doesn't taste sour, but actually it's very acid forming in your body. Of course, we all know that the best alkaline food are raw, fresh fruits and vegetables and plant-based proteins. Anytime you eat something raw, fresh fruits and vegetable, it is either alkaline in nature or it is alkaline forming in your body. Acidic foods and acidic forming foods are foods that are highly processed, foods that are cooked, well cooked, high in sodium, very salty, those marinated, cold cuts, processed food, lapcheong and bacon, things like that. Even cereals, they're all processed grains. Of course, highly caffeinated drinks like coffee, alcohol. These are all very acidic food. I already mentioned antibiotics, artificial sweetener, Coca-Cola drinks, canned drinks, food that are very low in fiber, all kinds of meats. All these are very acidic or acidic forming in your body. You can Google alkaline food and acidic food on the internet, and there are many charts that will come out and show you exactly what are the foods that are alkaline and acidic. But be careful of what I just explained. Some foods are acidic by nature, but alkaline forming when you eat it. So unfortunately, many of us go through life eating mainly acidic food. So therefore, your body will develop a lot of diseases. For example, you will get a lot of uric acid, you have a lot of joint pain, you have high blood pressure, you have diabetes, due to the acidic nature of the food that we eat every day. We don't eat any live food, any fresh food, any raw food. We only eat something that is highly cooked. So this becomes very acidic. Now, our body needs to be alkaline to survive. So we'll try to make the body alkaline. And how it does it is by burning some of your bones, by leaching some of your teeth. So these are the areas that has calcium and minerals that the body can use to save you. So if you have joint pains, you have uric acid pains, or bad teeth and things like that, this just goes to show that your body is super acidic. Now, for perfect good health, you need to be about 80-20 or 70-20, meaning 70 to 80% of your food should be alkaline and only 20 to 30% of your food should be acidic. Of course, there are some ways, if you don't eat an acidic diet, there are some ways to maintain a slightly better position by taking like a bamboo salt or drinking alkaline water or trying to take some fruits and juices throughout the day. These are some of the methods you can use to make sure that you try to at least maintain and help your body maintain an alkaline state. There's one food group that a lot of people ask me about, and that is milk. Now, milk by itself, if it is raw, because the cow feeds on grass, so if you have grass-fed milk, then it is alkaline. But processed milk that comes to you in the supermarket has been pasteurized, homogenized, and the cow doesn't eat grass. So this kind of milk, when you test it, is slightly alkaline, but it is acid forming in your body. Which is why many people know that the kind of milk that you get, the processed milk that you get, is quite unhealthy. Unless you can get grass-fed milk that is hormone-free, antibiotic-free, and then pasteurized with low temperature, then those are the milk that can at least have some of the enzymes and it is not acid forming in your body. Another hot topic that people always ask me is alkaline water. Now, if we maintain such an acidic diet, it's always good to have some alkaline effect to our body. Now, the good alkaline water machines not only just makes the water alkaline, but it also electrolyzes minerals that your body can use. At the same time, it should have a very high negative ORP, oxygen reduction potential. Ideally, minus 400, minus 300 will be a good machine. A good level of water to drink will be around 9 to 9.5. Do not go higher than 9.5. Another way would be to add some lemon or lime to your water. But if you do that, you have to drink with a straw because the lemon may have some effect on your teeth. So as I mentioned, health is about balance. If you eat a very good diet with lots of raw foods and raw vegetable, you may not need alkaline water because you're already quite alkaline. So it's a matter of balance. If you feel that you do not eat enough of those, then the alkaline water will be good for you. But based on what I know of most people's lifestyle, I would think alkaline water is useful for most people. I mentioned about food that are alkaline, alkaline forming, acidic, and acidic forming. But remember that our lifestyle also creates an acidic state in our body. The main lifestyle effects are like a lack of sleep, lack of exercise, too much stress, not even chewing our food properly to break it down, and lastly, shallow breathing. If we do not do any deep breathing, our body will be very acidic, which is why those of you who attended my talks knows that I always promote deep breathing. And I also promote slow eating, which is chewing a lot, because this also makes your body less acidic. Now, another question people ask me is, therefore, Dr. Jerry, is Exa So Plus alkaline, acidic, or what does it do to our body? The first point to note is seeds, seed oils, seed sprouts, and things like that are all alkaline forming in our body. if you test Slow Plus, it's slightly alkaline. But when it hits the body, it is very alkaline forming. So it's actually good for us. And as you know, Slow Plus is a very rich antioxidant with a high value like 19,920. It's got ORAC 6. So the antioxidant level also helps to protect our body from the acidic state. And lastly, Slow Plus is rich in certain minerals because all seeds contain a lot of minerals. These minerals are very helpful. As I mentioned earlier, you need these minerals to help your body go back into an alkaline state, to alkalize the body. So, in summary, what I want to say is every time you eat a meal, try to make sure that you eat something that is alkaline in nature, because that will help a lot. That will help your body to protect itself against all the other acidic food that you eat. I give you one simple example in real life. For example, when we eat chicken rice, which is a very common meal, of course we know that chicken is a meat, is quite acidic. We eat rice. Rice is mildly acidic. It's a grain. All grains are acidic. But remember, it comes with cucumber, and cucumber is super alkaline. So you should have extra cucumber, less rice, and eat all the cucumber. So that way, you have a balance of acidity and alkalinity. This is just one example. Another example will be the nasi lemak. It comes with cucumber too. So you got to eat more of the cucumber to balance that. And remember, if you eat food that are cooked and cooked and cooked many times, it is very acidic. Good example is nasi kandar. Because the food is always cooked, reheated, the oils become really bad. We already know the effect of bad oils. But now you have food that are cooked to death. They are very acidic, and when you take it, it is very acid forming in your body. Which is why, in most cases, I would choose to eat kampong or Malay food because it comes with raw veggie, what we call ulam, things like that. And the food is not heated many times. It is cooked, it is served, and it's finished. The next day they cook again. It's fresh. So therefore, you can make some simple choices in how you eat your food and how you choose your food to have some balance between your alkaline and your acidity. Thank you very much, everybody, for your attention, and have a good evening until I talk to you the next time. Have a good night.